Okay, yo, what's going on? Yeah, it's all missions tutorial, I suppose. I said I was gonna do this a while ago, but I just forgot. So, yeah, there's not really much that needs to be said. You know, I've got all your game options that are fine. You know, however you need them, however you want them. Speech volume being off is definitely recommended. Yeah, we're gonna start new game and go continue without saving as well, which is very, very good. This will be a three-parter. I will split them up into 3 different parts based on the acts. It'll be Act 1, Act 2, and then Act 3 at the very end. Act 1 should end around here, the hour 3 mark here, Protect Hut. So we've got a lot to get through, so might as well just get through it. You know, I'll try my best to explain some things. I'm going to bring in some help in Act 2. Oh, but yeah, in Act 2 because Scarlettra knows a lot more about this category than I do. But he's going to give us a hand for Act 2 because there's some stuff that I don't really know much about in Act 2. So he's going to give us a hand with that, but, you know. Alright, we're going to skip the cutscene. That's where we would usually start the time, and then we go through Escape. Okay, benefit of not playing Act 2 for a week. You suck. Okay, just a very basic movement here. I went really in depth about Escape in my any % tutorial, so if you want to know like everything in depth about Escape, check out that tutorial. I'm gonna do a pipe strat here. You don't have to. It's just a little bit faster. And then we're gonna do the boosted. I explain all of this in the any % tutorial, but I'll try my best to explain pretty much what happened there. So if you slow walk off an edge and do an uppercut animation just as Jack starts to fall and slide off, you will get like a lot of height with the uppercut. So instead of just doing a normal uppercut like that, we can slowly walk off the edge and get a lot more height and distance with that uppercut. And we're going to use it on this platform just to skip a little bit of the section here. It's best to do it when the platform is completely still because that can happen. You might not have seen it, but it was... Oops. Okay, I should have de-roasted before this. Oh god, it's going terribly. But yeah, doing pipe strat, you go up there, saves a few seconds, go that way without the pipe strat, it doesn't waste too much time. Pipe strat really depends on the cycle that you get, but yeah, that can happen as well. I'm going to turn on debug mode really quick. There you go. So it's best when the platform is all the way in because the hitbox is moving. Pretty much the platform's hitbox is always going to be moving, so when it moves inwards or outwards, there's a chance Jack can get caught on that hitbox and then just like get stuck and the boosted doesn't really work again. So not really much to say in terms of movement here. Escape is very bog standard. Very bog standard escape. We're gonna try our best here. Nice. Very nice. Do the slide. You're aiming to do all of that within a minute. Realistically, sub-minute on that is always very nice. So, see, we're going to talk to Core and Kid. Nothing much to say about about this section. Just going to clear out these guards. Nothing, we can skip this. So we just we clear out these guards. We don't take as much damage than I am holy. Okay, note to self, de-rust before next tutorial. Right, same deal as any % now though. We're gonna grab Azuma, but instead of going to the right here like we do with any %, we're going to go over to where this area is. I'm gonna show, I'll show 2 ways of doing this. So the first way is the way that I kind of made up, and I'm not sure that anyone else does it, but I do this. So we're going to start in the lower hover zone. We're going to pull up, gonna double jump through. And then we land in here. So essentially, so I know that might have been a little bit confusing as to what the hell just happened. Have I ghost towned? I have. Right, let me restart the checkpoint. Didn't realize that could happen. Where's that put me? Okay, that's fine. But yeah, essentially what we're trying to do, the door won't open until we go and talk to Torn, but the idea is to jump through the top of the door. And to do that, we do a Zuma launch. So, I did a moving Zuma launch, so I don't have to stop the Zuma. I will show you the other method, which I definitely recommend for newer runners as well. But what I do, I pull back, and then to do a Zuma launch, you want to start in the lower hover zone. Bet. You want to start in the lower hover zone. You want to go up to the top hover zone, but at the same time, do a jump on the Zuma, and after that jump you want to dismount the Zuma, kind of, so that would look kind of like that, and you can double jump and just get past the area, land on the top, and get through to the door here. It's going to take a lot of practice, that one. I honestly suck at that, but if you don't want to do that, other method is just to go talk to Torn. Doing that essentially stops, well, it saves you time, because you don't go and talk to Torn. You go over to, you just go straight to the mission, and you can activate the mission normally, so. Yeah, we're gonna just, we're gonna parkour over here. Oops. We're gonna parkour over here, and we're gonna do something, we're gonna do a little skip. Let me get rid of this guy just so he doesn't interrupt us. So from the door over there, we're just going to come over to this area. The goal, pretty much, to do this level casually, most players, you go up there, you go all the way around, and you go all the way around up there. Now that's slow. So once you've landed around here, you can do, okay, that was a little too far away. You can do a roll jump jump. Roll jump to get enough height and spin at the very tip top. I've not done this in a little while, forgive me. There you go. Spin at the top of that jump to reach up to here, and then we can do a boosted over to there. But I will also show a backup strat, so you missed that. You can just do a high jump from down here and do it like exactly the same. I held forward the whole time pretty much there, so you jump up, hold forward. When you jump up, you hold forward. Or do I? Yeah, there you go. Jump up, hold forward, and you can land up here. I haven't played this character in a little while. I've been taking a break from Jak 2. But, yeah, we can just do a slow walk, boosted, and land over here. Now, there's a lot more complicated movement that you can do here that I'm going to try. Instead of going across the bridge, it's a small little optimization and time save just to do a boosted and land over here. You can also roll jump across these platforms, do a jump over there. None of this is necessary. Just saves a little bit of time, especially for the top runners. You can do a extended uppercut there. So what an extended is, instead of a boosted, you can just do an uppercut normally off. You can do an uppercut normally off the platform, but instead of slow walking, you do an uppercut and you delay the inputs. You'll get a lot lower height. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but we can do another one here. I'm not the best at it. There you go. Okay, do another one there just to stop the just to save you parkouring, and it looks really cool. So essentially, what we can do here, we can get up to here. There will be an area where Jak is forced to start walking, and that area is about where I am now. So what you can do, you can roll jump into the trigger like that. Just saves the time, saves the walking animation. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna restart the mission here. And once we've restarted the mission, it puts us right at the start of the door. Now I think there is a thing on PS2, if I remember correctly. I'm on a PS5. Ta-da! Very lovely. I'm on a PS5, so that door loaded really quickly. On PS2, I believe once you restart Warp there, it takes a good, it takes a good like 3 or 4 seconds for the door to actually register that it needs to open, and then it opens. To counteract that, I believe you pause the game, like you select pause the game like this, and then wait for like a second, and then the door should just automatically update normally, which is Very, very nice, I suppose. But yep, there's that's pretty much that level. Pretty much that level. And, best thing to do now is well, next thing is the valve. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go over to our buddy Torn over here. There's a lot of driving in Act 1 specifically. There's a lot of driving back and forth between missions, so I'll get used to that. So we're gonna go over to Torn, but I'm gonna show you a little optimization-ish, I suppose. You can park the vehicle outside the door like this, and then go into Torn. So once you've had a chat with Torn, in theory, the vehicle should still be there. Yep, there it is. The vehicle is still there. And if the vehicle that spawns outside is completely RNG. Realistically, you want to Zuma because they're the fastest. It has a chance to spawn some of the bigger vehicles like that, like those vehicles. So just doing that pretty much ensures that you'll take your Zuma and you can take it with you. So we're gonna go over to our friend the Valve mission over here. This one I always hate, especially learning all missions. I really, really hated this mission, and the reason for that is because not that it's hard. It's fine once you get used to it and know how it works. But it's just the parkour, like the parkour element. It's very parkour heavy. This mission. So I'll show you my way of doing it. Everyone has their own different ways of doing it, so we'll see how that works. Right. Just gonna wait here for a second. Very, very nice. Now the casual route is to go up there and go across that way. But we ain't casuals, we're speedrunners. So what we like to do is we go under this area, under the little what's it called? Under this giant thing here, underneath there, from over there. Come under this giant thing here, and we go to the left over here. And we're gonna want to go to these two rocks over here. Now, the way I've always done this is, well, it's pretty simple, but I know there is a. Where did that guy come from? Oh, okay. There's another way that runners, I think Scarlettra does it a different way. I believe Scarlettra does it this way. I could be wrong actually. You can do, yes, okay, you can do that. I think Scarlettra does it that way, but the way I do it, I do a ground pound jump. So if you jump and ground pound normally. Jump and ground pound normally, it's like that. You know, you don't get any height, but if you jump and ground pound, I'll keep holding X. So you jump, hold X. So you jump, you're holding X, but then you ground pound during that, and you keep holding X during the ground pound, you get a lot more height. So I like to do that. Move forward with it. You're not going to be able to get past this area here, so you can just jump over it. The next step, we jump up to this little ledge here. Then this is the part that like always gives me problems. Go over to this one. We're gonna high jump, go to the right here, and spin. We want to land on this little section here, and we can just jump up. Just jump up, and then we're here. I should mention actually, skull gems become very important later. I'm gonna grab these two because, well, they're here. I guess you don't have to. They become a lot more important later, but it's not really necessary. So get to the valve. That's where we'll split. We'll split there for the valve. I honestly should have a timer running for this. Nah, it's fine. My splits are there just to show all the missions and stuff. So yep, that's the valve mission. A lot of the time there is just the back and forth between Torn and how long it actually takes to get to this area. Now that's non-optimal spawn. I tried to boost it, I didn't go all the way off. It's kind of wonky there, but we're just gonna grab this. Just grab the first one, the first vehicle that you can see. Honestly, grab the first vehicle that you can see, and there's one there before actually that I saw, but we can just grab this one instead. Try and if one of them like 3-seaters or 4-seater or 2-seaters or whatever they spawn, then that's the time where you'd want to like, you know, kind of dip. grab it, and if you see a Zuma, just take the Zuma. It's probably the best thing to do. All right, we're gonna do a little skip here. Instead of going to talk to Torn, instead of going to my buddy Torn, instead we are going to go to the fortress, straight to the fortress. The fortress door doesn't open because we haven't been to Torn yet, but there is something that we can do. And this is where the vibration function actually comes in handy. You'll know if you did this right, if your controller starts to vibrate. So what we can do, there's two ways we can do this. So remember the Zuma jump from before? What I like to do, I like to get a run up. I like to get a run up and get as much height as possible from the Zuma launch, and then restart the mission. But I'll show the other method just beforehand. Show the other method just beforehand. So you can go to around this area, do the Zuma launch, double jump and spin, make sure you're as high as possible, restart the checkpoint, restart the mission, and then, yep, there you go. We're in, boys, we're in. Now this was also a big reset point for me, just because when I was landing especially, hell, even still now, it's one of the worst missions in the game, honestly, one of the worst missions in Act 1. We're just going to avoid this guy, you know, make sure he tracks over there. We can do a double jump and then spin over this gate to get around the whole parkour section over there. But the biggest issue with this is that, well, the camera will be locked to the tank until it busts through this gate. And we have to do this movement pretty much blind, and it's not the easiest movement to do blind. So, essentially, what we want to do, we want to, we want to dodge all of them lasers as well. We want to dodge all of them turrets. It's not the easiest movement in the world, but it's definitely doable. Also, this tank is insanely accurate sometimes, so just be aware of that. Also, I'm on the 2017 release, so this lags like hell. We're gonna move the camera all the way to the right there. We can do an uppercut here, just infinite jump, like that. So I'll try and explain what we did there. Instead of grabbing the pole and then like doing one spin and then another spin and then jumping, we can do an uppercut, and we just about get enough height to do another jump. We'll be caught in between the floor. So what we can do there, we can just spam jumps, and then the game will push us through the floor instead, and that saves us some time, because optimally, I'm not going to be able to do it here because I'm like really slow, but optimally, before that happens, you want to be able to have cleared these two. Like you want to have cleared these two before that happens. Just because the tank can't interrupt you, and also this room gets very laggy, especially on the PS5. The 2017 release lags a lot in the fortress, but yeah, that's that area pretty much done. We don't have to clear them. I just am out of spite because, sure. Yep, I like to roll jump over these. You know, guards tend to get in the way here. Roll jump over these. That's fine. Land down here. We can do a spin down there. Every time you land from an uppercut, you can do a spin to cancel the momentum, and then you can immediately move forward again. So if I do it here, you can do that pretty much. Cancel the momentum immediately. We're gonna go into this room. This room's pretty simple. Not really much I know of that can save time here. It's just get the tank to aim at these as fast as possible. Make sure he destroys them all, you know. Aiming at that one. Nice. And then aiming at this one. Nice. And then we're going to crouch in this corner and continue walking into this corner because, as you see there, he can't hit us. And we're also right by the door, so bam, we're out. And that's the end of the fortress mission. That one was always a bit of a pain in the ass for me to do, but you know, that's the way it is. So we're gonna grab another Zuma. This one we're just gonna go right back to Torn. We're gonna go right back to Torn. This is the meat crew mission. There are actually 2 ways to do this, I believe. There's a way, actually. There's a way to do it out of bounds, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that how to do the out of bounds thing. I will ask Scarletra about that, and I'll have him put it in the comments or something if he knows how to do it. It barely saves any time, I don't think, but there is a strat that you can do here. I'm going to deliberately hit a guard before the intentional guard alarm, and I'm just gonna go. Just gonna zoom off. Oops. And by doing that, it makes this section a little bit easier because, yeah, the guards down here shouldn't spawn. Or, like, at least not as many should spawn. I believe, like, if you do that correctly, like, fully correctly, they shouldn't spawn at all, realistically. But I'm not too sure. So, yeah, that's not too bad, you know, it's very auto-scrollery, I suppose. Like, there's not really much you can do here. Like, we're just gonna, yep, get through these guys. Not really much. I mean, I suppose what directions you take, what lines you take can probably impact how fast you get there, but what I like to do, I like to go over the water here, because it's a straight shot to the, crew, and also, it's in the lower hover zone over the water here. The guards can't kamikaze you or anything like that, so there you go. It's the end of the mission. I'm gonna talk to crew and sick here. There you go, scattergun acquired. What you can do here, you can select pause, and say if there's a zoomer right outside the vehicle, right outside the hip hog, you can select pause to get rid of the timer. Not the timer, sorry, the text. You can select pause to get rid of the text, and that in turn will allow you to immediately jump on top of the zoomer. So that's it's always very nice. Yep. Onwards and upwards. We're gonna go straight to the gun course. Nothing much is gonna go on here. Save a step. I like to shoot both of these out immediately, because they ask you to shoot out the boxes, but if all the boxes are gone, then you can't do that. So, you know, we're just gonna ensure that we just listen to what they say. You know, I mean, he's muted, so we don't really know what he's saying, but vibes. All right. So that should be the end of the tutorial there. We're gonna go over to this door and play the scattergun training. Now, this one is a little difficult to explain how to do quickly. It's mostly memorization. The reason for that is because the targets will always spawn in the same places, or at least very roughly the same places. They will always be in the same sequence all the time. No matter how many times you do it, it'll always be in the same sequence. So, sorry. It'll always be in the same sequence. So, what you can do, especially for these first 4, I like to do a quick strat. You punch and shoot, like, immediately, and then you spin, you kick that guy. You know, punch, whatever. There's a much faster way to do that, and I kind of panicked. I've kind of forgotten how the course works, but pretty much just following my movement or following my path here is probably the best. Don't hit civilians. It's probably given there. The faster you can shoot the targets, the more points you will get, and the more points you get, like, the faster you get the points, the more optimally and the faster it is, because we want to get to 3,000 points as fast as possible. So there you go, we're at 3,000 points. We can just, we don't have to finish the course. We can just leave. I like to grab the ammo there, just to refill a gun. And there you go. This isn't Hundo. You don't need to get the gold medal, but in 100% you do. So, yikes. Yeah. So we're just gonna go back to crew right now. You know, finish the scatter course. We're gonna go back to crew, and now let me let me scroll down like that. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is the SIG mission. We're gonna skip that cutscene, grab a zoomer, and off we go. Now, the only problem with this mission in particular is it's long. We just drive there. This is a 6-minute auto-scroller section, I believe, which is always very fun. I am actually kind of curious. Give me a second here. So yeah, that's my escape. Bang, 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 bang. Sig mission takes me 6 minutes and 37 seconds, and that is from skipping the cutscene. So from skipping the cutscene to driving all the way there, it's a while. Let me refresh that really quick. Just get the sig mission at the top there. Okay, so yeah, most of this is driving. There's not really much we can do. A lot of the early part of this speedrun is just driving to and from places. There are a few skips that we can do, but yeah, not really much we can talk about. Just gonna have a leisurely drive over this way. This speedrun gets very fun when it's about half an hour in. So yeah. After, fun fact actually, Drive to Stadium, that mission that's coming up is, that's when the speedrun, that's when it starts picking up traction. It gets actually really fun. And then there's some missions in Act 2 that are actually, so, incredibly fun to do. But the only problem with it is it's not an easy act to complete. There are a lot of difficult missions in there, a lot of, not nice missions in there. So, yeah, pretty much. To save a bit of time here, actually, I like to grab skull gems from these metalheads that we're gonna kill. So, I don't grab all of them. I grab some of them because we still need to go and grab. We need 25 after a certain level, which doesn't seem like much, but honestly, the amount of metalheads that spawn on these missions coming up is not the best. So realistically, the best you want to do is grab as many as you can early on. Like there's a whole metalhead section, the grind, on one of the missions that will help you grab them. But yeah, this mission is just an auto-scroller. You can't really speed sig up, but what I like to do, we like to go over here, punch, shoot and punch that guy, we'll free-shot him. Yeah, these guys are like the most annoying in the game, but these skull gems, where'd it go? Did it despawn or did I grab that? I don't know. I think it despawned, it's gonna be it. Yep, Sig comes up here. Just gonna wait for him. This is, in my opinion, the most boring mission. This mission is what put me off running this category for the longest time, but happens, yeah. We can one-shot these dudes, we can just punch and shoot. They're supposed to fall off. I did mess that up, I apologize, but you can punch and shoot them at a specific, well, not even a specific angle. If you just punch and shoot them, they will fall off the edge and it will one-shot them. Right, there's Sig. Yeah, punch shoot those guys. That's the best thing you can do. Now this bit, nothing really different out of the ordinary. All we really want to do is, before they even get up to this platform, we just want to instantly shoot them. Instantly shoot them and they're all gone. Nice. So we're gonna grab this. What I like to do, I like to kind of bring them all in here. I forget how bad the scattergun's rate of fire is early game. I like to grab all 5 of these just as nice as Sig walks over there. So that's always nice. But yeah, I always forget how little fire rate the scattergun has before lurkers. So yeah, that was me overestimating just how much fire rate I had. Right, the best, usually only 3 spawn there, I think. I'm not sure if that's determined by RNG or determined by like anything like that, but there you go. That's what I wanted to do. We want to shoot them off the platform, so it only takes a 1 punch and a 1 shoot. 1 punch, 1 shoot. Oh, hello. The longer you take in these sections, the more of them like fish things spawn as well. So try and get through it as fast as possible, and then they won't really spawn. Just gonna wait for Sig here. Same deal as last time. This is just a really long auto-scroller. It's a lot of people's like least favorite mission in this game, and even casually, not even just for the speedrun. So yep, if they do get up, just punch and shoot. We'll one-shot them. But if they don't get up, if they don't manage to get up, you can do the same thing as the first phase, the first one. Just shoot them off immediately. We get a head of Sig here. There's a very funny clip actually. Someone jumping and spinning on that platform down there. They hit Sig and he fell in the water. The mission failed. If you die at all or Sig dies at all in this mission, it is complete game over. By the way, you have to do the entire mission from the very start. Oh god. To the mission from the very start. So yep, these guys, nothing out of the ordinary. Just a little bit more annoying. There you go. Clear them all out. So a lot of those electric pylon dudes, yeah, these guys, a lot of them are gonna start spawning down here. Just punch, shoot, punch, really. For a few spins in there, I suppose, gonna deal with them pretty quickly. Yeah, we have to just wait. We just have to defend Sig here while his gun is quote unquote jammed. Just gonna grab the skull gems because it's nice. Oh yes, they instantly electrocute you if they land on top of you. It should be all of them. Yep, I'm gonna go over here, grab the ammo in this health. Now the final one, nothing really out of the ordinary here. Just gonna shoot these guys. Try and shoot them before they land because it will one-shot them. Not really easy though. Not really easy in this phase because so many are spawning quite quickly. There you go, and we skip the cutscene. We restart the mission, and that is that split. That is one of the most boring missions in the speedrun, in my personal opinion. Might be some people's favorites. Couldn't tell you. Oh, apologies. I have a really bad cough still. Alright, it's sewer turrets now. See, we got another one of these spawns, which is never a good sign. Luck is not on our side. It's completely determined by RNG what spawns there. Yep, another free-seater down there. The Zoomer here though, so we'll just grab a Zoomer here. Yep, we're just gonna drive right back to crew. That's all we have to do now. A lot of this early game is driving back and forth, so be cautious of that, I suppose. If you want to run this game and run this category, it's a lot of driving. So yeah, I'll drive over here. So how you guys doing? There's not really much I can say at the moment. Oh, pardon me. This next mission's pretty simple. It's what puts a lot of people off these categories. It's a 2-hour-long category, and a lot of that time is devoted to driving back and forth, pretty much. So we're gonna go to crew. The prime example is here actually. What we did, we go from the scattergun course to crew, from crew to the pumping station, from the pumping station back to crew, and then from crew to the sewers, from the sewers back to crew, and from crew to the gun course again, from the gun course back to crew. Like, there's a pattern emerging there, right? So there's just a lot of driving. So we're gonna go see crew right now. Yeah, not really much I can say at the moment in terms of what's happening. It's literally I'm holding down X and moving forward. But yep. Driving. It's the scatter course. No, it's sewer turrets. Sorry, sewer turrets is it's not that bad of a mission actually. I thought it was a plastic course for some reason. Sewer turrets, not that bad of a mission. We skip that cutscene. We grab the sumo. We're off to the sewers. So we drive all the way back. See what we mean. There's a lot of driving, but once we get the jet board, all that driving is kind of not obsoleted because you still drive to a lot of places, but it's a lot of that driving kind of disappears. Like there's still a lot of there's still a lot of driving, obviously, but there's like doesn't really matter too much because you've got a jetboard and you can like fly through walls and stuff, and it makes things like so much easier. So yep, on our way to the sewers. I'm not aware of any skips here, any driving skips. So like I say, I'll ask Scarletra to put in the comments or something anything that I may have missed that's really important. But yeah. So we'll land in the sewers here. Pretty simple, you know. What we can do, same deal as any percent. We just zoom in. You don't wait for a second. We zoom in and restart mission. And then that should immediately put us down here. Yep, skips the elevator ride, you know. Kind of ignore these guys. This is the first turret. And it's gone. So, yep. Gonna take this path over here. Skips all that parkour section that's not really needed. Yep. You can grab the skull gems here if needed. It'll save you like a tiny bit of grinding a little later on. Not that much grinding. It's literally 5 skull gems that we need, so it'll just save unnecessarily shooting things pretty much. So yep, we're just gonna destroy that turret there. It's very simple. We're gonna ignore this room. Just jump up there really quick, and then yeah, that's done. These guys can be a little bit annoying, so you just play them. I like to roll jump to the right here so that the turret shoots me, but then it turns around, so you sort of like aimed at me, shot, and then turn back around because it lost sight of me. I like to do that. It's pretty simple. We can also do like a little mini boosted extended thing there. Land up here. And yep, this is fine. Just gonna like to just blast skag on those guys. Might as well grab those, you know. Just gonna jump to avoid that. Shoot it. Instantly restart the mission, and that's sewer mission done. Sewer torch done. It's very, very nice. Gonna go to the door, and off we go. Vibing. Yep. Next is the blaster. So we're gonna grab the yellow gun, which is very nice. Oh, there's a zoomer. I despawned it. I hate my life. Okay. Yeah, that can happen if you turn the camera too much. The some vehicles like that go off camera will despawn. So just keep that in mind. Also, one thing to note. It may come a little bit more important later on, but if you have Darkjack open, well, if you have Darkjack on the hood, I might be able to demonstrate this actually. Okay, I'm gonna try and demonstrate this. So you park the vehicle. You've got Darkjack on the hood, right? Instead of the use button, instead of the click to use button coming up immediately, it takes a second because the Darkjack icon has to disappear. So keep that in mind if you're trying to like get a vehicle that's like underneath you, or like a vehicle that's on top of you but you can't grab it because it's because the Darkjack icon's still there and it's taking time to go away or whatever. So just keep that in mind. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but Darkjack is actually really important. We got it kind of early. We don't really need this early, but we got it kind of early, so. Mostly just because I was explaining stuff and kind of going slow, we picked up a lot more Dark Eco than we normally do, so. Yep, go into here. Grab another zoomer. That's a prime example right there. I had to wait for a second for the Darkjack icon to go away. I don't know why. It's there. Alright, Plastic Ghost time. So, this one, not really much. We're gonna jack 2 our way for this course. Yep, we grab this. Shoot the boxes. I like to shoot the boxes anyway because it's always nice. Grab some ammo. It's gonna teach us how to switch weapons. There you go, swap weapons. Yep, kick, and then shoot. Punch and shoot. Makes that really simple, and that's the end of the tutorial there. So from there, we're just gonna do this. Aim of the game: shoot targets as fast as possible, as fast as they appear. The faster they appear, the faster they. I don't know. That's true. The faster they appear, the faster the next one spawns. That might not be true, but there is like we said before, there is the exact same order for every single one. It's gonna be a brown one there, brown one there. You shoot this guy, it's gonna be brown one there. Shoot this one, brown one. Shoot that one, that one, that one, that one. The faster you shoot them, if you miss some of them, I believe actually, I will say this: if you, sorry, cough again. I definitely should have brought a drink before doing this. Yep, that's the blaster course. If you take too long on shooting some of them, I believe it doesn't. Take too long on shooting them, I believe some targets don't actually spawn. So, like for example, if you shoot like one of the blue ones and a golden one is supposed to spawn, but you shoot it a little too late, the golden one doesn't spawn in some cases. So it's very important to shoot them as fast as possible, I think. Okay, this one there's a few different ways we can do it. I will show you the updated method. Yep, so we're gonna do the pause thing there, just to get zoom in quickly. I'm not actually too sure on how to do this. I've only done this once, so I'll try it. We're gonna do a zoomer launch out of bounds here. We're gonna zoomer launch out of bounds here. We're gonna fast swim. It's a little tricky. The best way to do it, I believe, is to do what I did before. Pull the vehicle up and jump out of bounds, but get the vehicle out of bounds. I personally don't do this, but it will save you time. I will try my best to explain it because I'm not really like accustomed to doing it. So what you do once you're out of bounds, you swim over to as close to the the wall thing as possible, but don't go back in bounds. Jump on the side of the wall, still out of bounds, and then do a boosted or an I can't remember if it's a boosted or an extended, but you do a boosted or an extended, and you do that. It will send you. What's it called? You do that past like the barrier, like the. It's a little difficult to explain without actually showing you. Actually, I'm in debug. I completely forgot I'm in debug. So, yep, we go out of bounds here. Yep, see that barrier right there? If you get too close to it, it will kill you. So the whole point is to swim over to here and land here, but if you get too close to it, it will kill you. So what you can do, you jump around it, but there's I'm not too sure where like the floor or anything is, so it's not the easiest strat to do in the world, but I will show you my strat that I do, which has worked for me almost every time. So that one I'm gonna have to ask Scarlet to help me out in the comments with, if he wouldn't mind, you know. Very, very nice. I may make, after all these tutorials, I may make a follow-up video. I'll ask Scarlet to like kind of commentate over some of the stuff that I kind of messed up and like show you how to do it properly, like some backups and stuff. That might be helpful, but yeah, we're gonna take this way. This is the old method of doing this, I believe. That method I tried to show you there is the newer method, and it can save you time if you do it quickly, but this method is the method that I do. So instead of going right here, we're gonna go left, and we're gonna go into this corner. We're gonna make sure the vehicle's in the lower hover zone, and we're gonna park it kind of here. We're gonna do a zoomer jump and go to the right-ish here, so we're out of bounds. That takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. We got a really good zoomer over there as well. So the vehicle over here doesn't really matter. It's best to be a zoomer, but we're gonna double jump over here. I like to zoom in and look up just to see exactly where it is, and then double jump over and grab it. And then we're gonna drive out of bounds to the area. Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice to do. It's just a zoomer jump. That's all it is, really. Just a zoomer jump. Do a zoomer jump, but there's a chance you can get caught in the collision. So what you can do is you can go around it, So I went slightly to the right there. It made it so I could go slightly around it, which is the best, honestly. So we're gonna land in the circle. And there you go. Cutscene's gonna start playing. And now comes, in my opinion, the best part of Act 1. So we're gonna restart the cutscene. And there we are. Yep, there we are. Jetboard. We have a jetboard. Hell yeah. Whoosh. Right, nothing much we can do here. We just listen to the tutorial. Do exactly what the tutorial says, pretty much. I think if you wait a second or two here and then do this, it activates the grind dialogue earlier. Yeah. So then you just grind across here, like that. Just do exactly what it says, pretty much. That's the best way we can do it here. So we're gonna spin. We're gonna do a flip. We're gonna do a trick. Oop, a trick. There you go. Now, yeah, that's pretty much the jetboard bit. But instead of going down to activate the judge, what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually hover out. We're gonna hover out up here like this, and then we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave, and we're gonna take the jetboard with us. We're gonna borrow it for a few missions. So yep, I'm not actually gonna use it right now because I don't really have a use for it until this next mission. So next mission, we're gonna go talk to Torn. We're gonna go drive and talk to Torn. So yep. It is, I should mention, it is majorly important that you don't die in the city while you have the jetboard. You don't restart the mission at all, you don't die in the city at all when you have the jetboard, and I'll tell you the reason. The game still thinks we're in the stadium. Pretty much. The game still thinks we're in the stadium, but for some reason it's like the city is still fully loaded and we can go do missions, so dying in the city at all will cause the game to put you right back in the stadium. We actually do it deliberately, very shortly. It's very nice. So we're gonna go talk to Torn here. Not really much going on here, but the jetboard will come into play in just a second here. So I like to, well, that's drifted off to the side, but it should still be there. So we're gonna talk to Torn. Yep, talk to Dawn, and then grab the Vin mission. It should be still here. Yep, there it is. That's what I meant before with the vehicle spawn there. So glad we kept the zoomer. Nice, a little bit faster. So yeah, just another driving section. It's all really. Yep. The jetboard is going to help us with this mission. Instead of doing it casually, we're kind of going to skip it a little bit. It's a little hard to explain, but it definitely comes into play in the next mission instead, like mostly. So if I really quickly scroll down, so we've got Meet Vin. These are a lot of our next missions that will require the jetboard. See, we're getting half an hour into the actual speedrun here. This is my time, like, world record does this a lot faster than I do. So, you know. I'm gonna drive up here. We can do the any percent thing. I'm not sure if I explained it in my new percent tutorial, but if you punch and then jetboard, like just outside, you can jetboard through here and it'll force you off the jetboard, but it lets you get forward without like a little further without actually getting the slow walk animation, which is really nice. So we need to hit a specific trigger here, I believe. So what I like to do with the jetboard, I like to hover over to this. Area and then grab onto here. Yep, there you go. See, outside BSP Vin room is loaded. Oh, you're fine to die here, by the way. Like, if you die here, it'll put you right back to the portal. You'll still keep the jetboard. But yep. Just kill these guys. I like to grab their skull gems just in case. And then that's the mission. There is another way you can do it. If you time it correctly, you can land directly on one of the platforms that are moving, and that should still work as long as it's quite close to the very start of it. So what I do, I just like to hover up to that platform, just saves you going all the way around, and it's like really slow. I like to hover up to that platform, and just get onto it normally, and just take that over. It loses a tiny bit of time, but I feel it's more consistent for me because there's been times where I've completely soft locked that mission because of that. Because if you don't go over there and activate that trigger, the mission just doesn't end at all. Like you can't go into the crew into the taunt. You can't talk to Vin at all. So that's depressing. So what we're gonna do here, this is eggs. This one is the biggest, one of the biggest utilizations of the chipboard that we've got so far. So normal course of the mission is to go over there and do that turret and destroy all the eggs over there. But we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna hover over to this second one and hop in this second one. And just destroy these eggs as fast as possible. Now I should mention, if you don't have 25 skull gems by this point, killing these guys. This is why I like to grind them like beforehand. Like killing these guys will give you skull gems, but like it takes time. They're bumping all around. You're losing a lot of time just shooting them. So there you go. Gave you one. So if you're a little low, you can grab one of them. And then that's completely fine. We have more than enough. So what we can do a boosted there and die. Pretty much it will put us right back at the portal. But what we can do now, we can hover over to the first turret again. Hover over to the first turret again, and then just clear these out as fast as possible. There's probably a faster way to do this, but just the way I've always done them. Probably a better order to shoot them in. Just ignore these guys, they literally don't matter. So yep, that's all of the eggs, I believe. Yep, all of the eggs. If you don't do all of the eggs, the mission just fails and you'll have to go back and do them. I like to die there and jump right back through the portal, and that should be the eggs mission done. Vin is still here, however. I think I may have just about missed it. Yeah, I just about missed it. Okay, that's a good example of me being really dumb. I think I missed one egg, but I don't know which egg. So we're going to jump back through here. I'm going to double check which one. Yeah, the mission has basically restarted. I'm going to double check actually. Because this very rarely happens to me. I'm swearing good at this game. I'm going to double check over here. If these are gone. Yeah, these ones are gone. So these ones worked fine. It was just those eggs on the first turret. One of the eggs didn't die like as I got off the turret, I think. So that's fine. We'll just do it again really quick. Optimally, you don't want to have to come back and do this, but I'm gonna make sure I got all of them this time. It happened to me in a PB run. Not a PB run, sorry. It's happened to me in a PB pace run. I was like a minute ahead of PB, and like going into this mission, and I died. Like I didn't die, sorry. Like I got that. What happened to me there, just pretty much. Okay, now that's all of the eggs. We take a death. If Vin is still there, that's a good indication that you've messed up the mission. So that should be fine. There you go. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do in the first half. That's a bit silly though. That's completely fine now. So yep, jetboarding here. We're gonna do Suez movement here. Oh, my throat actually really hurt. I've never talked this long in my life actually, like low-key. I've been talking for like 50 minutes straight. You guys tired of me yet? So yeah, we're gonna do jetboard. We're gonna jetboard moving to Suez here. Just hover through here. Try not to hit anything on the way down. It's probably best to keep an eye on the minimap to see if any guards spawn there. So yep, we're just gonna go all the way over here. Gonna go talk to Vin. I'm gonna show you a hover, actually. I'll show you a pretty pork hover. That I'm not sure Scarlet actually does. I'm not sure World Record does this. But I personally do this hover, and I told no one about it, so maybe it's an unlisted hidden strap. So what I like to do, it's pretty simple actually. It's not even that game breaking. Not even that game breaking of a hover. I just like kind of started using it because it was easier. What I like to do, I like to hover up to here just to avoid all the traffic and all the guards and stuff. Not do that, like you actually get the speed boost over here. I like to hover over this wall. So we get enough speed. We hover over this wall. Try not to hit any guards on the way down. And then we're over here. It saves us going all the way around and losing like a tiny little bit of time. Like we could probably grab a Zuma here as well. Yep, grab a Zuma here. Oh, I lost my Dark Jack because of debug. That's depressing. I was wondering where my Dark Jack went. That's fine. Yeah, because when I went to fly, I used L2 and R2. And L2 and R2 triggers to fly. Triggers Jack to fly. Like in debug mode, like that. So it activated Dark Jack before, I'm pretty sure, so... If this one is not really that great. We're back at the pumping station, but there's a hover that we can do here. We go over to the side here. I messed it up a little bit, but here's a backup. You can land here and then initiate another hover. Try not to get hit by those guys. Initiate another hover and land over here. Careful about these guys. I'm being very careful. That's a good strat there, actually. That guy, the gunner there shooting the other people, is a lot faster than having a lot faster than you clearing them, obviously, and it's a little bit safer. So if you can try and get them to shoot the other guys like that, that's kind of optimal. Clears them a lot quicker. This is not really in your control, but if you can, that's probably the best way to clear them. I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative with my ammo instead of just spam spraying here because I'm trying to stay as far away from them as possible. This is where a lot of your skull gems can come from if you don't have enough skull gems for the Dark Bomb. So there you go. Just gonna pick up an extra few because why not? Like there you go. That's that mission. That's pretty simple. We're gonna turn around and just fall down here. We'll turn around and fall down here, and we're gonna do a pretty big skip here actually in a minute. So I'll show you what that is if I can get it. I've not done it in a while. I'll show you the proper version and I'll show you a backup version as well. So yep, what we do here, we're gonna go visit the Oracle because we need Dark Bomb. This is the best time to get Dark Bomb as it's you know, the Oracle's right here and we're fine, you know. We're not gonna summon the Dark Power. We're gonna move closer to him and wait. We're gonna wait for the cutscene. Once the cutscene starts playing, there you go. Bam. Essentially, what that does, I believe, yes, gives us free Dark Jack. So we're gonna go outside. And then we're going to restart the mission. Remember how I said before, restarting the mission or dying in Haven City at all will put you right back here. There you go. That was almost perfect timing. Yeah, put you right back here. We're not going to do the judge just yet. We're going to hover right back out. Going to borrow the jetboard still for, personally, my favorite set of missions in all missions. Like in Act 1 specifically. So we can either grab a Zuma here, or I'm going to show you a little strat that might not work, because I've not really done it much. But yeah, there's a little bit of a time save here, I think. I'm not sure if this has been timed versus actually taking a Zuma, but you can hover over this area. Yep, I got it to load, which is really good. Hover over this area and land here. And then we can go over this way. This is actually a really complex strat. I only started recently implementing this into runs. It's honestly, it made me PB by over like 5 minutes because of how OP this is. But instead of talking to Onin, what we can do, we can initiate a hover from here, or roughly here. This is a little bit of a bad angle, but on the minimap, see the grey little... Yep, okay. There you go. That's what can happen. I die here. This takes me one of two places. This either puts me back at the stadium, which I think it has done, yes. Or if you hit the checkpoint, it will put you right outside the garden area that you're supposed to go. But yeah, I've not done that in a while, so forgive me. But essentially, what you want to do, you want to hover over the wall there, and there's the little grey like platform leading up to the door on the minimap that you want to kind of follow. If you follow roughly where about that is, okay, we're gonna get that, but that's fine. Sure, a little bit of time loss from that, you know. Doesn't lose that much time, but like you can see the obvious benefit of it. like landing a hover. There's one thing: if you miss one of the triggers, it doesn't load. It doesn't load this area at all. So like you just die. So it's a bit of a risky hover, but we're gonna try this again. If it doesn't work, I'll show you the backup for this hover, because oh wow, bro. Right, so I believe it's this area that you kind of want to start like hovering from, like that. That's a little bit of a better angle, but we need a bit of a mash to get over this wall here. Like that's gonna block us there, yeah. But essentially, the idea is, oh, where have I gone? Oh, I deloaded everything. You're supposed to land over that wall. Oh, I activated Darkjack again. We need Darkjack. We're gonna land over the wall pretty much, and we're gonna land in here with the jetboard. But I do kind of want to show the backup strat. I'm not sure this works. Let me restart mission. We'll find out. Find out where that puts me. Back to the stadium? No. Okay, it puts me here. Yep. So the backup strat is to go to the right to this side of the door. Right to this side of the door, just hover over and land in. Loses a lot of time because you actually have to get here, but you know what? It's fine to back up, you know. If you miss the hover initially, like the first one that I tried to show there, but you end up grabbing the checkpoint, when you die, it won't put you back at the stadium, it will put you there. So that's little nicer. It's game being nice for checkpoints there, which is very, very cool. So yeah. favorite set of missions here, the temple artifacts. So we're gonna scroll down here. Scroll down here. We're going to the end of Act 2, well, Act 1 soon here. They should be within the next 20 minutes-ish. So instead of going the normal path, which is down that way, what we can do, we can initiate a hover up here and land in this area here. Nice, there you go. That's the first part of this mission done. We can then do another hover over to here. And that's the second mission done, so that's where I'd usually split. That's where I'd usually split for that top temple jump thing. Because that temple jump thing is from the very end of Ashland, I believe, because I had the skip counts in that. We're gonna jump down here. We're gonna do another hover right up to here. We can do a little bit of a tight hover into this area. That's pretty much the best way to do it, but I should warn, because of the different camera angle on the Rhino platform, the hover input's slightly different. Well, not different. It's just a little bit weird way to do. But what we can do an uppercut, get over the wall, die, and that puts us right back here. Or we can restart the checkpoint. Doesn't really matter, but that's completely fine. Yep. So there you go. Onwards and upwards. I'm gonna do that. Pretty much just get out as far as we can, and then restart the mission. Restarting the mission puts us right back at the stadium, and the jetboard has done its duty for now. Unfortunately, we're gonna quickly get the goal that we need. Best way to do that, in my opinion, is to do the swag cover like this. There you go, instant 16,000 points, and pretty much we just wait. I mean, you can finish the course if you really want, but I suppose we just wait for a minute. So yeah, I'm just gonna answer some messages I got before, you know, just not really much going on. Yeah, just scroll through Instagram for a bit. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's very nice. Oh yeah, happy May 4th, by the way. I'm streaming. Well, I was recording this on May 4th. I was recording this at like 10 PM May 4th, but it's just gone May 5th, so. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, just Multiverse Madness stuff. It's very nice. I'm gonna see that on Friday, I hope. I'm gonna see if we can. Yep, that's pretty much that. We're just gonna wait there for a sec. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna move away from the platform a little bit and then go right back in. Chipboard has served its purpose for now, and we can sadly no longer use it. So now comes to the Baron. Now comes to the Baron's part of the run. I've seen actually a better strat for this. What I used to do, I used to just roll jump all the way over there, but like it's just such free time save to grab a Zuma and go over here. Like how free is that instead of like punching and rolling all the way there, you know? Like I never thought of that. I don't know why I never thought of just grabbing a Zuma. Like the chances are there's one quite nearby. If not, then punch rolling works completely fine, I suppose, as well. So yeah. Anyway, another drive to Vin right now. Yeah, this mission's nothing really that special. We're just gonna drive to Vin. Once we settle out to Vin, we're gonna do missions pretty simple, all things considered. Now I'm gonna cheat just a little bit here. I'm gonna cheat just a little bit here just because I need Darkjack. Wrong button. I need Darkjack, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. I'm in debug mode, so what I'm gonna do is, if I remember the correct button, we'll just do that. Sign in as a guest really quick. My PS5 controller is almost dead. So what we can do is, if I can pause, can I do that? There you go. It's giving us Darkjack, giving us a lot of stuff and giving us Darkjack, so. Obviously you can't do that in a run, but because I accidentally activated it with debug mode before. That's what I had to do there. We pretty much need Darkjack for this section, so. On this section, we need Darkjack for Praxis. Makes the Praxis fight a lot easier, a lot faster. So, yep, we're coming up to almost the end of Act 1. After Praxis, there are only a few more missions before the end of Act 1. So after Praxis, there's collect money. After collect money, there's move people, and after move people, there is oops. After move people, there's the and then that's the end of the mission. That's the end of Act 1. The goal is Praxis, sub 50 Praxis is the goal, which is definitely possible, but it's not easy in the slightest. So sub 50 Praxis is the goal. Yep, I went the wrong way here because I'm stupid. But pretty much from the top of the pumping station, top of the power station there, you want to go down this way instead. I went the wrong way. Go down here instead. We're gonna shoot the thing. Click the button. Be wary of the Darkjack thing. Darkjack thing, I think, applies quite a lot to this mission. You can have like about 3-4 guards like trying to shoot at you. And you can't grab onto the Zuma because of Darkjack, but yeah, we're gonna shoot that one. Grab that. Go next. You know, it's pretty bog standard mission. Like, yep, bit of an order to these. We're gonna go to this one next. We kind of just do them in this order. Kind of just do them in the order that like the game points us towards. Honestly, like this is probably the best way to do them, unless someone goes to like these ones first, which is a bit dumb, but you know. The reason that we do them in this order, just in case anyone who doesn't do them in this order doesn't do them. Oh, I realised I actually gave myself more weapons. You know, it's a bit of weapons here. Yep, that's downside of debug mode, I suppose. You know, I activated like a default save state of the game pretty much, so. I was wondering why the hell I have Peacemaker, but unintentional, but the reason, what was I saying? The reason that I do this, that we do this order, is because it puts us closer to our objective at the end of this. So I'm gonna go over to here. Oops. Pew. And there you go. That's all of them. Just gonna take Azuma over to the palace. So I honestly thought that would deal a lot more damage. It didn't deal any damage to that Azuma, so I could have kept that, but that's fine. Just another example of the Dark Jack book thing there. So I'm not letting us grab the Zuma, like not letting us get into the Zuma. So what we can do here, instead of riding up the elevator, just get into the elevator, zoom in, restart the mission, and that will save us a free 10 seconds. Something like that. What happened? I'm in a Twitch chat right now. I bet. Anyway. Yep, nothing too much with this mission. There are a few skips that I know of. What you can do, I believe you can jump onto this, but if just as you take damage, if you cancel the damage animation with a spin immediately, you can skip that section a little bit. By doing that, it's a little bit dangerous, a little bit risky, but that's fine. We can do another one here to get over there a little bit faster. This section is really laggy on PS5. I don't know if you can see the frame rate dropping a little bit, but there is something that I don't do in runs that I kind of want to try. I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but what you can do, you can roll jump. Yep, I messed it up. But yeah, we can roll jump over to this. There you go. That, pretty much that. It's not easy. Best way you can do it is just to go around, but that's what I want to incorporate into my runs a little bit. It's you roll jump, you hit the like little platform thing, and once you've hit the platform thing, then you just do a uppercut, and then you're safe. So there's not much really to talk about here. This is bog standard parkour. This is what we need Dark Jack for, so, oops. Now, there are two ways you can do this. So, there you go. Bang. That's the eavesdrop part of Baron Praxis done. Now we actually fight Baron. So, there's two ways you can do this. You can either Dark Jack and Dark Bomb him in this first phase, or you can do it in the third phase. The third phase is a lot harder to do it in because he's not really that still, and it doesn't really save too much time. But this phase is easier because he stands literally perfectly still. So we just do that. One shot him in that phase. Off he goes. Gotta pick up some ammo just in case here. Yep, there's a chance of that third platform spawning. Shouldn't really be an issue. Careful with him right now. I'm not entirely sure why, but you can only hit him every so often to actually deal damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot him again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just don't mistime that, but shoot him again. So, like what happens if I spam it here? Like not dealing any damage to him. There you go. There you go. It's all about timing them shots. I believe you can hit him multiple times in the same shot, but I'm not sure how. Not entirely sure how. Yep, you can Dark Bomb this phase if you don't want to Dark Bomb the first phase. But it's a lot harder because he's moving around a lot more. And also these tornadoes can like hold you in like midair, pretty much. Yep, I like doing this, you know. And that's the boss fight. There you go. That's the boss fight. There's only a little bit left of Act 1 now. Gonna collect money for crew. Yep, that's pretty simple. I realize I have the jet board. You're not supposed to have the jet board. It's because I debugged. Take this elevator down. So yep. Be Praxis 1, so now we're gonna go collect money for crew. This one pretty easy. There's a way you can do this. Way you can do this saves you driving all the way to crew. We're gonna grab a Zoomer. Saves you from driving all the way to crew. What we can do, we can go over here. And I believe it's just past this statue, but I like to go around this corner slightly just to ensure that I get it. We can restart the mission. And that puts us right outside of crew. Right there. So here we go. That's collect money. Collect money, not too bad, you know. I'm gonna do this casually, but with the palace skip that I was talking about before, you can jump over the wall. Oh, pardon me. You can jump over this wall to my left here, again, like we did with the stadium skip. Sorry. Or like what we were trying to do with the stadium skip, but the hard part is you need to get the Zoomer over the wall with you, and there's a way you can do this mission out of bounds completely, but you have to stay out of bounds. You have to stay below the death, well, just above the death plane. To do that, you have to go up and down and up and down. Like you have to do this with the Zoomer out of bounds, pretty much. And it's not nice. So I personally say, you know what, best just do it. Best to learn it and do it casually. Just gonna stop the recording really quick, and I'm gonna just do a thing that I need to do, and I'll just put them together in editing. Anyway, I will be right back. Yo, apologies for that. Yep, that happened. So yep. Honestly, we're just gonna continue here. There's not really much I can say other than try not to make that happen. Is the best I can say. These guards can be a bit ruthless, so yeah, there's not really much I can say. I don't know the outbound things for this, and I'm not too sure how fast it is. It's a lot harder, I know that for a fact. A lot harder compared to just doing it normally. Doing it normally, I think I can do it within like just under 2 minutes. So yeah, we're just gonna grab this. We're gonna drive. Nice and simple. Lightning can make this lag a little bit. It's not great. Lag again. Skirt and all that. There you go. Yep, not really much I can say right now. Just try your best to avoid all the guards. There's a chance they might have an aimbot installed on their PCs, but you know. Chances also are that they don't. So just try and be careful with them. Is the best advice I can give. You can see here getting shot. It's either slowing me down or pushing me in a different direction that we don't want to go. So. Like that. Slowing us down a bit. So just best to watch out for them. Try not to get into their path too much. Guards are ruthless today, jeez. Right, there's that one, and then one more. Yep, there you go. And there's the last one. Now the guards don't care anymore. We go back to crew. And that's all fine and dandy. Nice. Grab a Zoomer. That ain't a Zoomer. None of these are Zoomers. God, just my luck, eh? Alright, on our way to Dawn. Yeah, there's not really much else to the rest of the run now. Just these last two missions, and it's the end of Act 1. Apologies for the random cut, by the way. Apologies for the random cut. I was I don't know how I'm gonna edit it actually, but I was partway through collect money and I was interrupted. I had to go do something, and also I went to take a break. Not a break. I just went to like take a little chill pill, just because I've been talking for so long and my voice was starting to really hurt. So I was hoping to record all of that in one session, but happens, you know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Actually, I was planning on streaming tonight. I'm not even streaming. It's like just gone well, it's just gone 1 AM right now. I was planning on streaming, but I was like, you know, could do like a really late night stream. Really late night stream doesn't sound too bad, but you know, just like an hour or 2 stream. Just do some ratchet runs. I don't know. Either way. Yep, nothing much here. This mission, not the nicest in the bunch. Realistically, a great time for top contenders for this category would be a sub-hour Act 1. That would be that's like top time. Like my Act 1 is a 1:03:49, but that can easily go down to a 1 flat. Like, it needs to go down to around about a 1 flat, a 140, no, a 1 flat or a 101, because I died like 4 times in this upcoming mission, and also a lot of the stuff earlier on was like really slow. Like hell, doing some attempts like last week. I think, yeah, doing some attempts last week of this game, I was like minus 25 out of Fortress. With the 4th split, like that Fortress mission with a tank, I was 45. Well, it was about 25 seconds. I had a PB on that, and I golded by like 5-6 seconds. So yeah, pretty much very basic right now. We're just gonna drive these guys. I like to swap vehicle here, like especially this vehicle is a 2-seater. Just gonna drive these guys to our destination, try not to get like bombarded with guards, which can very easily happen. So yeah, just gonna I've always hated this mission, even like casually. I've always hated this mission. Best thing to do is to ignore the guards. That's honestly the best thing to do. Yep, 1 left. Swap vehicle, something on fire. See what I mean with like the guards are really ruthless and they like don't care at all. Yep. That's what I'm saying, you know. And that guy, if I'm in top harbor zone, will just kamikaze me if he wants to. A lot of them tend to spawn here as well, so just gotta be careful. Yep, nothing much to say about this mission, just try and grab them as fast as possible, try not to get, like, bullied by the guards. Right, and that's the end of that mission, that's usually where I'd split. Alright. Now we go back to Torn, another driving section there, very fun. So I dismounted the vehicle just to grab a zoomer here a little bit faster. This isn't too bad of a drive, so not too bad, but it's still quite a long drive. There you go. I suck at driving. Okay, gonna park the vehicle outside again, just in case. Gonna go talk to Torn. Nice. We got the Vulcan barrel. I mean, we already had it due to debug mode, but don't tell the game that. So the best way to do this is the mission I died like 3 or 4 times on in my PB. So realistically, this mission can go so much better, and I could maybe just about scrape the 59. Depends on how well the other missions go. Like it's just such an easy PB on my behalf there, but okay, here we go. Skirting that. We're just gonna wait for the door. I'm gonna stop saying that. I don't know why I keep saying skirting that. Lol. Right. Anyway. Keep in mind we don't actually have the jet board. It's just debug mode here, so. Alright, we're just gonna come up here and we can do a boosted over here. Kind of delay the input a little bit. Chances are you will take damage. I'm just gonna full heal just so I can get rid of this. Chances are you will take quite a bit of damage if you're not careful. What I like to do, I like to get up here and play these guys out. There, we can do another boost here. Boosted to land us up here, and then yeah, I died a lot on that mission just because of I got bullied by these guys. I got bullied by these guys. I got bullied by the gunners, and I didn't make the jump first time, so I got bullied a lot by them. But yep, cutscene trigger. We wait for the cutscene. Oh my god, dude is out for blood. Look at him. Okay, after that we'll restart the mission, and that right there is the end of Act 1. Realistically, you want, like I say, you want to aim for about sub-hour, but my time isn't too bad. Hour 5, hour 10, something along those lines. Best case, I think. It's the best case scenario right there, but yep. That's the end of Act 1. I hope that was informative, and I hope that helped. Yeah. Let me know any questions in the comments and things like that. I'll try and get Scarlettra in here to explain anything that may need explaining. I'll try and get him in here for. I'll try and get him in here for Act 2 because he's pretty damn good at Act 2. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope that was informative. Yeah, see you all later.